Greetings on this Saturday, the 5th week of Easter, May 16th. Today is a special remembrance of Sister Mary Luke Tobin. She was born on this day in 1908. Sister Mary Luke was the first president of the Leadership Conference of Women Religious, LCWR. You might remember that group. Awesome gathering of courageous people, courageous women. She was also one of the 15 women who was first appointed as the official observer, only women who were appointed as the official observers of the Second Vatican Council, and she was the only American religious woman. And she, though she expected only to be an observer at this historic event, she was also asked to be part of the committee which helped to write the Pastoral Constitution on the Church in the Modern World, Gaudium et Spes. Where she lived, in the mother house in Kentucky was near Gethsemane Abbey, where Father Thomas Merton lived, and they became friends. And after his death, she co-founded the International Thomas Merton Society and set up a Thomas Merton Center for Creative Exchange in Denver, Colorado. Influenced by Merton's writings on racism and injustice, she became an anti-war activist, working for peace in such places as Vietnam, El Salvador, Northern Ireland. During the National LCWR meeting in August of 2006, the president of the Loretto Sisters at the time asked Sister Mary if she had some wisdom for the conference, and she raised her arm and put it straight in front of her and said strongly, "Carry on." A message for ourselves today from not only Sister Mary, but also in Acts, the reading from Acts with Paul and Timothy, preaching the word throughout the world, despite whatever kinds of oppositions that they themselves would experience. Same thing for the gospel reading today about Jesus saying to the disciples, "If the world hates you, remember that it hated me first. If you belong to the world would love its own. But because you do not belong to the world hates you. If they persecute you, if they persecuted me, they will also persecute you." Bishop Ken Untner wants to explain the difference in the meaning of the words world in one way, particularly in John's Gospel. It refers simply to the cosmos, all of creation, human beings in general. For example, God so loved the world that he gave us his only Son. But in other cases, it refers to those who have consciously rejected Jesus, who work against him. Today's passage from the Gospel of John is an example of that. In one sense, we're called to be involved in the world as salt, light, and leaven. On the other hand, we can't be naive and too optimistic about the world itself, accepting the world's values indiscriminately. It's almost like the story of the good wolf, bad wolf that we're all pretty familiar with. The good wolf, bad wolf that push and pull at us. Which one will win? It's the one that we feed, the one that we pay attention to. To frighten us, no, but to console us, Jesus says, remember that the world hated me first. Do not be discouraged. Continue to listen to the word, continue to proclaim the word in your lives. Or also, in the words of Sister Mary Luke Tobin, carry on.